Kurt, right back here.
How's it going?
A little over 4 years in the making, but we are back at it at a UFC fight week once again. What's going through your mind right now, just a few days away from a return to the octagon?
I'm just living it up, just enjoying my time out here, enjoying being back where I feel like I truly belong. And, I'm here ready to fight.
Talk about the experience being on TUF, being away from family and loved ones to chase this dream of getting back into the UFC.
Overall, an amazing experience. Can't recommend that show enough for young and up-and-coming fighters. There's been so many previous seasons where guys just couldn't do it and had to go home. And once I got there, I truly don't understand. Yeah, man, I have a huge family back home. I got a wife and 5 kids, and I sacrificed a lot to be able to go on that show. But man, that show is probably going to turn out to be one of the best things ever happened in my career.
The fight with Jason Knight is being regarded as one of the best and certainly one of the gnarliest fights in TUF history. What was it like being part of a war like that in such a big spot, and what was it like watching it back a couple months later?
I loved it. Me and Jason, we made an agreement to go in there and put on a show for everybody. And, that's just the way we fight. So we figured if we go out there and fight the way we normally fight and, we wanted to impress everybody and give everybody a show, and I think we definitely done that. And it's awesome to watch, man, and definitely to see everybody really enjoy that fight. That's what we wanted. We wanted everybody to enjoy it, and it seems like everybody did, and, that's what we wanted.
You get Austin Hubbard, fellow veteran. How do you like this matchup stylistically? Obviously, it's a much different fight than Jason. Yeah,
definitely a different fight than Jason. It ain't going to be the same type of fight, but I like the matchup. If we're being honest, the guy I didn't want to fight in the house was Roosevelt Roberts. I think I just don't like dealing with long, tall guys. So, if I couldn't get Jason Knight, I was going to ask for Austin Hubbard next.
And then last thing for me, how does this all go down, and what would winning this TUF title, getting this contract mean to you at this stage of your career and of your life?
Means everything. That's why I worked so hard. That's why I took the opportunity and the chance to go on that show and do what I did. And, it means everything. So, I'm ready to feel that.
Kurt, over here, if somebody told you a year ago that you would be up here at a UFC press conference doing this, what would you have thought?
Man, I would have thought that was crazy. Once I exited the UFC back in 2019, I had no hopes of coming back to the UFC. I thought my time in the UFC was done. I was looking for other things, and things still wasn't going good. I wasn't able to find me a good, solid home out there. So, yeah, man, I would have probably told them they were crazy.
And for you, this is your 3rd UFC stint. And on one hand, probably you wish that your first one, you went right to the title. But what do you think it says about you that, you're able to bounce back over and over and over again?
Yeah, I think it just says that I don't stop. I keep trying to pursue my dreams and keep pursuing the goals that I set out for myself.
Thanks. Kurt, over here. Similar question I just asked Cody. This is your 2nd run in the UFC. What did you learn from your first run that's going to make you more successful now in your 2nd run?
I think I just grew a little bit every time I was here. Just gained the experience, gained being around all these top-notch and high-level fighters. And one thing I was telling my coaches this week, man, when I walked into this hotel, I'm like, I just felt like this is where I belong,
Follow up that, when you're on the Ultimate Fighter show, it's a little different than, in your regular getting booked to fight. You're in a house, you got all your opponents, possible future opponents. When you're there and you're kind of sizing everybody up, was Austin the guy that you expected to see in the finals?
Yeah, definitely. I knew our group and our guys at 155 was solid, right? I don't think you can find more solid UFC veteran guys to go into the house. So, yeah, he was definitely a guy that I seen. As soon as I seen him in the hotel for the first time, I'm like, yeah, I know that guy. He's probably going to be there at the end.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Kurt, over here. So is there anything that you're able to take away from Austin training with him? I'm not sure to what extent you guys trained together, but I know you were on the same team for a whole season.
Yeah, we train together a lot. But, that's training. I think a fight's 100% different. I think he thinks that I'm a lot weaker in some of the areas than I really am. And I think that's just because, you know, one of the main things my coaches told me going on to the show is like, you know, don't go out there and give everything you got in practice, right? I mean, do your thing, train hard, but don't show everything. And I definitely don't think that I did. I think that I'm definitely a lot better than a lot of the guys at the house gave me credit for, as they kind of found out in that last fight. But I don't know, man. I think training and fighting is 100% different. Even if I did think he was weak in some certain areas, you know, fight's always different.
And I wouldn't call Austin a point fighter, but a lot of his fights go to decision. Oppositely, you're a big finisher. So how do you think those two styles are going to clash against each other on Saturday night?
Yeah, like you said, I think he majority likes to kind of grind out his decision wins. I can't let him do that. I got to put some pressure on him and, you know, hope that I can make him fight a little more. Good. Thank you.